Hello, good morning students. Myself Madhu Kumar, lecturer in physics department. So now I will take the theory class for 4th semester of 2nd BSc. Now I will start the first chapter of your syllabus, that is transient current. This is the first session. You already know about the current. There are two types in the current. So one is alternating current and DC current. In alternating current, the phase of the current changes for every off interval of time. But in a DC current, the phase of the current remains same for all interval of time. Therefore, the AC current is called an oscillatory current and DC current is called a periodic current. When such current flows in the circuit, means the circuit consists the battery, inductor, resistor, or the circuit consists battery, capacitor, resistor, or the circuit consists the battery, inductor, capacitor, resistor. In such circuit, the current flows for short time, then it is called a transient current. So like a lightning. So how the lightning comes and goes, so like that, where short interval time, the current flows in that circuit. So this is called a transient current. Therefore, transient current means an oscillatory or periodic current flows in the circuit for short time is called transient current. If this current flows for a long time, it will become a steady current or steady state current, we will say like that. When current reaches the steady state, then current and voltage become constant. But if the same current flows for a short time, the current and the voltage changes from one value to the another value in the given interval time. Okay, therefore, in the transient current, the current and voltage changes from one initial value to another value in a given interval time. This is called transient current. We call also. But in steady state, the current and voltage become constant. We have to study this transient current, how it changes the current and voltage in the given circuit. We will see. Before that one, we have to know the basic components or basic devices of the electronics, that is inductance, capacitor, and inductor and resistor. Okay, so you already known. Once again, we have to recall those things. So inductance means it is an electrical device which is used to store the electrical energy in a magnetic field. Okay, in magnetic field, the electrical energy stored in a device. That device is called an inductance, and the SI unit to measure the inductance is Henry. So there are two types of inductance. They are self-inductance and mutual inductance. In the self-inductance and the mutual inductance, in the both inductance, an EMF is induces. When current flows in the coil, it produces an EMF. EMF means electromotive force. It is nothing but a potential difference. So that electromotive force is induces in the current when current is flowing in the circuit. Okay. In both the types, the self-inductance and in the mutual inductance, the SI unit to measure is Henry. Okay. And in the self-inductance, the magnetic flux produces, what the magnetic flux produces in the coil, that magnetic flux produced in the coil is directly proportional to current in the circuit. So that is given by the expression, that is phi is proportional to high. So we have to remove the proportionate constant, therefore we get phi is equal to Li, where L is called a coefficient of inductance. Okay. So according to electromagnetic definition, the magnitude of induced EMF is directly proportional to rate of change of magnetic flux in the induction coil. Okay. According to electromagnetic induction, the magnitude of induced EMF is directly proportional to rate of change of magnetic flux in the induction coil, that is given in equation 2. Okay. So here E is proportional to minus d phi by dt. Here d phi by dt, that is the rate of change of magnetic flux in the coil. Here the negative sign indicates that induced EMF is opposite to the current in the coil. Okay. So now we have to simplify that equation. So we get, that is phi is nothing but a Li, that is given in the previous expression, that is in the equation 1. Substitute that value, therefore E is equal to L di by dt. So here negative sign indicates only the induced EMF is opposite to the direction of current in the coil. Okay. Next, capacitor. Capacitor is an electrical device which is used to store the electrical charges or electrical energy. Okay. Capacitor is a device which is used to store the electrical charges or electrical energy. Now the capacitance of capacitor. The SI unit used to measure the capacitance of capacitor is farad. So capacitance of capacitor means the quantity of charges required to rise the potential by 1 volt. We have to supply, or we have to flow some amount of charges to the capacitor to increase the potential by 1 volt. That is the capacitance of capacitor, that is given in the expression, that is Q is proportional to V. So we have to remove the proportional constant, therefore we are introducing a proportional constant, that is C, where C is called coefficient of capacitance. Therefore C is equal to Q by V. And SI unit to use to measure the capacitance of capacitor is farad. Now resistance. So resistance means when current flows in the conductor, then the conductor opposes the flow of current. So that is resistance. Therefore, opposition offered by the conductor for the flow of current is called resistance. Okay. So that is the SI unit to measure the resistance of resistor or resistance of conductor is Ohm. The Ohm's law states that current in the conductor is directly proportional to potential difference between the ends of the conductor. This is a statement of Ohm's law. According to Ohm's law, we have to return the formula, that is I is proportional to V, therefore we have to remove the proportional constant, therefore we are introducing the proportional constant, that is R, therefore R is equal to V by I. Okay, so this is expression for the resistance of the conductor. Now we have to discuss about the growth of current in LR circuit. Okay, growth of current in LR circuit.